What I think makes us sort of special and unique is they basically come into a community that embraces them, accepts them for who they are, and says today's the first day of your life. We're just going to start from today, and who you were yesterday doesn't really matter. It's about who you want to be today. I'm Eileen Hayes. I'm the CEO here of Amos House. Amos House has been around for 37 years. We are the largest soup kitchen in the state. We serve anywhere between 500 and 800 meals a day, and we started as a small little soup kitchen serving about 100 homeless men, and today, unfortunately, I have to say we've grown so much that we're now serving many families and individuals who are not necessarily homeless, but they're living on the brink of homelessness because they've lost their jobs or they've lost their benefits, and they're just hanging on by a string. We really are kind of a place for second chances for folks that have made a lot of mistakes.
I oversee our Financial Opportunity Center, which is a program that really looks at bundling three main services that we provide, and that includes employment services, financial counseling, which is financial education, stability and self-sufficiency long term. And so what are your goals for 3 months, but also kind of along the way trying to look at where do you want to be a year from now.
My name's Maggie Nini. I am the Chief Operating Officer at Amos House, and as one of the things that I do as Chief Operating Officer is I run our dining hall. Our dining hall seats about 100 people. We serve 200 to 300 at breakfast every day, and between 400 and 500 at lunch. It can be very hectic, but we like to see all of the people fed. In a year, we serve about 150,000 meals. A lot of it is community-based. You know, probably about half of what we do every day is based on donations from the community and volunteers volunteering their time to help make it happen.
All of our programs are done right here on our campus. We have 9 buildings here, and then we have a number of other houses off-site that people can move into where they can live as part of a community and continue their work on recovery.
What we're trying to do with Miguel this time around is kind of get him more into his recovery, the programs, so to speak. Focus on getting comfortable being an addict, first of all, and learning how to keep himself from falling back into the same rut that he's continuously falling in.
One of our newest programs we started 2 years ago is a mother-child reunification program, and that houses 13 families. All of the women have lost their kids because of their addiction or possibly incarceration.
The hurricane, who knows where it comes down again? With all these shooting stars and all these satellites, who will ever know what is wrong from what is right? Who will ever know what is wrong from what is right?
They need to learn how to be parents again, and maybe for the first time, and they need a place where they can learn how to take care of their kids while they continue to work on the recovery. And it really is the most, I think, important program that we do here, because not only is it impacting the mothers, but it's really impacting the kids. Most of the women will tell their story that when they were children, they were living in poverty, living often in families where there was a lot of addiction, and so they learned that that was the way to live, and they are now making a decision that they don't want to do the same thing that was done to them.
I'm Lori Lennon. I'm a clinical social worker and the program coordinator for the Mother-Child Reunification Program. This program is really unique. It's a wonderful residential environment for women who are in the process of putting their lives back together, usually after substance abuse, dependence, and or situations where they were in a violent relationship and their children were enslaved. We focus on parenting and we focus on recovery, and we also really focus on rebuilding their lives and providing a warm sense of community in a place where the women are learning from each other, and they're learning much more from each other than they can from any professional who sits in this chair. They learn what they have inside them. They learn about their own strengths. It's a very empowering program, and we've had some just incredible results.
To do all of this, we need support. We have a $3.5 million budget, and we employ about 50 staff members, but we serve 15,000 people a year through our social services. We have about 200 people graduate a year from our 90-day program, which is an 85% completion rate. We train about 60 men and women in our training programs, and we put about 30 people a year to work in our businesses. So none of that comes without a price tag, but the thing that people will know when they donate to Amos House is that we're asking people to become part of the solution. We're not asking people for a handout. We're not even asking for charity. We're asking people to invest in people so that they can begin to invest in themselves. We've created this movement where people who never had hope are finding hope, and really knowing that life can be different and that they're cared about. And as somebody said one day, I was loved by you before I could love myself. And I know that's a cliche, but this is the kind of community where everybody knows your name. I can walk up and down the street and know people are grateful that I can say, "Hi, how are you?" and come to Amos House. We have a place at the table for you.
Only satellites, who will ever know what is wrong from what is right? Who will ever know what is wrong from what is right?